Hey everyone, Casualties of Gaming here, coming at you today with another video. So today we're talking about 8Bitdo. So what I've got sitting in front of me is their original Ultimate controller for the Switch and the Black Myth Wukong variant, I guess you could say. There is a few different, other than being more of an Xbox layout and a Switch layout, there's a couple of differences. They both come with dongles. They both have options for both the 2.4 gigahertz dongle and Bluetooth. I use these on PC and I never use Bluetooth. Bluetooth, if you're going to use them for controllers and you want next to no latency, you can get it. There's just a little bit more work involved and I'm not a fan. So, is what it is. But, in any event, so, flipping these guys over. So, a couple of major differences. They've got back paddles, both of them, or the original does. This one does not. And then, other than the paint job, if you take a look over here, you can see that the Black Myth Wukong has L4 and R4. You can map those to any buttons that are on the controller. You can map them to those. I don't really use either one of them. So the reason I have both of these is this guy ended up getting a little bit of stick drift, which was confusing to me because they both use Hall effect sticks. I just went ahead and bought this, and then I smartened up and updated the controller, and it's worked fine ever since. So I don't know. Whether it was the software, maybe some dust or something got inside the sticks. That has been known to happen, and then just kind of worked its way out. But yeah, that is what it is. So I'm not actually here to talk about either one of these. Since I have no self-control, just like, everyone that watches, what I have in this white box is the newer version of the 8Bitdo Ultimate controller. I already took this off. I've already been in there to make sure that nothing's broken, but you can see this is what I got. I got it in purple. The box says Hall effect, which is interesting. As the way I understand it, this particular brand, the Ultimate 2C, I believe it is, actually comes with TMR sticks. So they use pull all this out. So the difference between, there's not a big difference between TMR and Hall effect sticks. It comes with a cable, as you would imagine. It comes with not even a word paper, but almost like a bookmark. I'm guessing that they're figuring out that people aren't really reading their instructions. Anyway, there's that. There's that. So, obviously, the Switch style one, the older one, also comes with a dock. The Black Myth Wukong did not. The Switch one was $60. The Black Myth Wukong was $40. I see it often marked down to like $30 to $35. So if you're looking for a good deal on the controller on one of these and you don't really care about a dock, I would actually probably highly recommend this guy right here. I will warn you, one of the things I noticed about this controller right off the bat, it feels cheaper. The plastic does a little bit than the other two. Even just feeling this and then feeling this one, these feel pretty much the same. They worked with a different company with the Black Myth Wukong one, whose name I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll splash it on the screen during editing, so you can get that. So before we get into the controller, the dock. So just like the original dock, it comes with an opening. Important note, the dongle is Type C, as where all the other ones I've gotten with dongles so far have been Type A. Hence the name Ultimate 2C. Which, for someone like me, so I've got a fairly recent GPU, the Radeon 7800 XT, but my build for the most part, is a lot older than that, and as such, I have a lot of Type A. I have a lot of Type A USB ports. If you're like me and you have that, don't have necessarily a modern case or a GPU with a ton of Type C ports on it, or motherboard. Not a big deal. So what you can do with the dock is just like the old one. You can plug it in and charge your controller and whatnot. But apparently, you plug this dock into your PC, and then as long as the dongle is in there, it'll connect to your PC just like as if you just put the dongle in. I think I only have one Type C port on my case, so that will come in handy. But if we're just going off by the way it feels, so the bumpers have more of kind of like a tactile mouse click thing, just like this one. This one does not. They're quite a bit different. So it's definitely taking the top of the Black Myth Wukong. One thing that they did do that's different is you have adjustments for hair triggers, and they feel and sound like mouse click a little bit now. I do play the Stalker games, so that will come in handy with that. I do play Halo as well, not as much. I'm not a Call of Duty or a Fortnite player or anything. And then you've got the paddles and the selector for Bluetooth and the dongle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and play some Vigia games with this. I'm not really expecting it to be any different. I will probably... I don't even know if I'm going to film myself playing with it because I don't know. There's not really, like, anything to talk about, I don't think, as far as comparing it to the other ones too much. As long as we don't get any, like, stick drift or, like, any quality control issues. If we do, I'm going to flip on the camera and show you what's going on. But I will cut to, hopefully, the after effect and talk about this a little bit after that. Okay. Hey, everyone. I'm back. So, one thing I'm going to go over before I kind of give you a recommendation is I noticed when I was playing with this that when you play with the buttons, it changes the color of the stick light right here. I know it's looking a little washed out. Hopefully I can maybe fix that in editing or something. Put a filter on it or something, so it looks a little better. But you can see a little bit better there that it's changing the color from blue. I know it looks white, but it changed the color from blue to purple. So I thought that was kind of cool, depending on what buttons you're hitting and whatnot. So I guess the question is now, should you buy this? I think that depends. This is as far as 8Bitdo is concerned, this is a premium controller. So it feels premium. It's got premium features compared to this one. I think most people are probably better off going with this, particularly if you like the design. There's nothing inherently wrong with this. I just feel like the plastic feels a little cheaper. When we're talking about third-party controllers in particular, this is still better than most of them, plastic-wise. And you've got the Xbox layout. You get the dongle for PC. Now, I will say, neither one of these works with Switch. And I have seen that the original controller is still available. So if you're getting this for Switch, definitely go with the original. But if you're not, again, I think it just depends. This guy, the Black Myth Wukong, does not come with a dock. So if that's a hang-up for whatever reason, you are going to need to get this. I looked up on Amazon before I started this video. These are still 10% off on Amazon. I guess I could leave a link in the description for that. I'm not making any money off that. I don't have any links or anything like that. But I think for most people, probably better to go with the Black Myth Wukong. Now, I don't know how long this is going to be available. Amazon's had them for a while. I want to say this is probably a year old. A little more, a little less than that. I think I've had this. This was recommended to me by a YouTuber by the name of Cult Classic Cage. Her name's Cassie. Her YouTube channel I will leave in the description. She thought they were really cool, so I bought one. And I've been buying 8Bitdo controllers way before that, but I think the purple one just became my main. For $60, it's kind of a steal. 10% off right now. I think I paid like 50. $56.55, something like that. But anyway, I think it's a steal. I think they're better than Xbox. I think they're better than PlayStation for now. I've heard some things about their quality control. I haven't ran into any issues with them yet, and I have probably 6 or 7 of them. Not all the ultimates, but anyway, that's kind of the conclusion of this video, I guess. Anyway, I've been Casualties of Gaming. I know I've been a little absent the past week or two. That should change. I'm feeling a little bit better, getting over my sickness. I did a podcast about a week ago, and it was kind of awful, so I just haven't really been doing anything online besides that. But I'm going to get back into the swing of things this week. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff, and I will catch you in the next video.